Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I've got two questions, both for Dr. Supiano. I've had a bill out there called the Promising Pathways Act, and it's for diseases just like Alzheimer's, ALS, and we spent so much money over the years, I think sevenfold over recent times on Alzheimer's. It's had one of the highest failure rates of any ailment and attempts to try to get something to work. I think you talked about earlier, there's a lot of stuff in the pipeline that looks promising. Does it make sense on like ALS, Alzheimer's, that we try to pick up the pace for the folks that are in the clinical trials, especially where there is, signs of promise that you're making some headway, and do it a little differently than what you would do on something that has effective therapies out there, looking for new or refining. So you think that would make sense with Alzheimer's specifically to try to have a different paradigm for getting some of these promising therapies to the marketplace to help folks that have no other options?
So yes, thank you, Senator Braun. I agree with you that given the devastating effects of Alzheimer's disease in particular, that anything we can do to speed the development and implementation of disease-modifying therapies will pay dividends. So and in addition to that, as you pointed out, I believe that the timing is right. Given the investment that's been made in the last several years in these basic understandings of Alzheimer's disease, and as you point out, ALS. Investigators here, my colleague in the Department of Neurology, the chair of the department, Dr. Stefan Pulst, has just recently identified a very promising therapy for ALS that you may be familiar with. So yes, based on these medical advances, I think the time is now right to be able to move this forward.
Would you and others in the field be willing to